Alright y'all, what is going on? Back with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic Monday. Hopefully everything is good, and hopefully your weekend went well. If you're out there grinding or maintaining, either or, hopefully you guys are doing the best at it and continue to be safe and all the other good stuff. If you don't mind, check out my TikTok. The TikTok link is down in the description. Over there I make videos that don't necessarily make it to this channel, or it'll be a snippet of a part of this channel, whatever the case may be. And it's been a pretty good following over there, and I want to thank everybody who's been following and watching and giving me feedback. It's been really cool. So check out the link in the description. I want to talk about game series and how long are they going. Do some games need to die? Like, for instance, we have a lot of games in one genre. Like, for instance, you know, we have 6 Street Fighters, and it doesn't mean that this is a bad thing, you know, but I just wonder sometimes. 6 Street Fighters, we got 8 Tekkens, not counting the other spin-offs. You know, we got what now, 13, 12 Mortal Kombats. You look at some other games like Final Fantasy, you have a lot of those. Dragon Age, not Dragon Age, but Dragon Quest. You got what, 11 or 12 of them. We have a lot of games. Like, do some games just need to fall off and, you know, start over, or get a real reboot? I guess some of these have a reboot, but what I'm trying to say is basically is, do we need different IPs after having like 6 or 7, 8 or 9, you know, sequels to a game? I'm just curious about that. But is it really viable? Do companies actually have, or developers, or just people who are coming up with these games, have the acumen to come up with something new? Sometimes the new stuff is not that successful. So it's like, for me, I think about it like, man, do we really need a Tekken 9? Do we need a Street Fighter 7? Do we need an Uncharted 5? Do we need a Mass Effect 5? You know, those are the type of things I think about sometimes. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love these games. I don't mind playing them, but it's just, you kind of know what you're getting into when you play these games, and a lot of these games are kind of redundant. It's one of the reasons why I do try to search out for different games that don't have sequels, and I try to play them and enjoy them. And I try to play the games who have like successful spin-offs, and not try to do the sequels over and over. Like, say for instance, Doom. Doom had 3 games to start off with, and then ever since then, I don't look at Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, or Doom the Dark Ages. I don't look at those as sequels for with the, you know, I don't look at them as sequels against one another. I look at those games as like different entities from the same name. You know, kind of like the Tale series. Like, the Tale series is not necessarily a sequel, but they, you know, they're different. You know, I mean, they're not a sequel, they're different. Final Fantasy is kind of the same way, but it's like at the same time they number them, and it's like, can you just come up with a subtitle or something? It's like, I don't know. I just think about stuff like that sometimes, because sometimes I'll play these games and I'm looking like, man, we got like 7 Gran Turismos, we got 8 Forza Motorsports. And don't get me wrong, I understand what Forza did, and I'm okay with it, because Forza, you have 7 Forzas, and they rebooted it and came out with a Forza Motorsport. So there's technically 2 Forza Motorsports. And I don't like the new one, but I kind of get it. And there's so many things you can do with a racing game, right? I think at the end of the day, when you really look at this stuff, I think they should have like some type of subtitle or something like that, because with the subtitle, it doesn't make it feel like a series, or it feels more like a series than a sequel. I don't know. It's just something that I think about, because like I said, I look at these games that don't really have, for say, like more than 3 or 4 games in a series. Like, you look at Toka Race Driver, you know, they only got 3 of those. And you look at another, like, let's say Uncharted, you only got 4 of those. Far Cry got 6 of them now, so they're starting to get up there. I think, what's another one? Halo, they have like 5, you know, 6. Then you look at the Reach, you know, I think 5 may be like the limit. Once you get to 5, then it's like, can we do something different? I think Tomb Raider did a phenomenal, you know what, come to think about it, I think Tomb Raider did it really well. The games are in 3s, And that's how they basically are. You look at Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3, and then, okay, you know you have Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6, but those are like a total new reboot. You know, now you got, what is this, Angel of Darkness, The Last Chronicle. Yeah, you know, like 4, 5, and 6, you have those. And then you turn right back around and you have Legend, Underworld, and the Anniversary. Then you have another trilogy with the, what you call it, oh goodness, Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I think those are done very well because they don't seem like there's like 12 different Tomb Raiders. They're actually broken up, and the stories are a little bit the same, but they're different at the same time. I think that's a perfect way to do it. I think Mortal Kombat did a really good job with theirs as well, even though they are somewhat numbered. If you look at Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3, you don't look at those as the same as 4, 5, 6. Like, you know, like Mortal Kombat 4, then you have Deadly Alliance, then Deception, you know, then you have Armageddon, which is like 7, and then you have DC versus Marvel. You got Mortal Kombat versus DC, which is technically Mortal Kombat 8. Then you have Mortal Kombat 9. But it doesn't seem like the same. Even with that, Mortal Kombat 9 is like a reboot. Mortal Kombat 4 was like a reboot. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like really, I like the way they did that because it doesn't seem like it's like a running theme with the same game, even though we're up to what 12 Mortal Kombats now. You know, like 9, you know, X and, you know, 11 seem like they're somewhat of a trilogy, but it's not like a run on like the other ones. Now, with Tekken just seems like it's running on. It feels that way. Street Fighter felt like it was running on. I think Soul Calibur was like the same way. Dead or Alive was the same way. I don't know, man. It just seems like, when does it stop? You know, does it need to stop? Do some of these games need to die off? It's just something I was just thinking about. And when you really look at it, I think it's a legit question when you think about it. Do some of these games need to just fall back? I don't know, man. What do you guys think? You know, I really feel at the end of the day, they need to fall back and die, but at the same time, these games may need to stick around because not too many other IPs are doing a good job. Also, I will say this. There are some there are some IPs that are dormant, but those dormant IPs need to be resurrected because some of these dormant IPs are just sitting around dying off, and they really need a reboot, or they need they need to be remade, or they need to do something with them. You know, I mean, Resident Evil is starting to get to that point where it's like, this is like Resident Evil 9. You know, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I mean, I can go on and on with this. Also, follow me on TikTok. Check out all my links. All my links will be down in the description. But follow me on TikTok. And I'll see you guys then. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Peace.